like I did a couple of weeks ago, and then other times you have weeks like I did with week 6. It was 13-1 picking the winners straight up and 12-2 against the spread. Put some money down on the week 6 action. I could have made myself some damn money. Oh well, hopefully some of you took my picks and made some money with it, and if not, I understand, but shame on you nonetheless. So I sit here now, season to date, 60-32 picking the winners straight up, and 54-38 against the spread. So there you go. We'll see if I'm able to get close to that again here in week 7. So let's talk about week 7. We've got the London game Sunday morning, 9:30. I don't care. I'll be at the golf course. You got the Patriots and Drake May making his second NFL start, taking on Trevor Lawrence and the 1-5 Jaguars. And what's going to happen here? Is this Doug Peterson's last hurrah? Will Drake May get his first win as a starter? I'll say the Jags are going to win this one. Although the 6-point spread does scare me because their defense is just so bad. And if Drake May could throw touchdowns against the Texans last weekend, what could he do against this Jags defense that just surrendered 4 touchdown passes to Caleb Williams? So I do like the Jags to win, but give me the Patriots to cover the 6-point spread because shit, what the hell, why not? Now coming back stateside, Eastern starts, you've got the Seahawks kind of stumbling here a little bit. Looked good early in the season, but have lost 3 in a row, traveling to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. The Falcons are 3-point favorites, and I see no reason to rock that boat. Give me Atlanta minus the 3. You've got the Titans traveling to Buffalo to take on the Bills, and the Bills are big 9.5-point favorites. Again, I don't see any reason to rock the boat there, so give me the Bills minus the 9.5. You've got a brutal AFC North matchup between the Bengals and the Browns. Oh God, the skid marks who just traded away Amari Cooper, so it only gets better for them. And then they realize they're still starting Deshaun Watson. They just won't quit him, right? But it's not like the Bengals have exactly been on fire this year themselves. They've been a shell of themselves compared to the past couple of years by and large. The Bengals are favored by 5.5 here. I do think the Bengals are the better team. Kind of similar to last week, right, where the Eagles were big favorites, and I'm like, I don't know about that. The Eagles have a tendency to play down to their competition. I'll take the Bengals to win, but I will take the Browns to cover the 5.5-point spread. Maybe the skid marks could do something positive, cover the spread for a second week in a row. Big matchup, you've got the Texans traveling to the frozen tundra, the not-so-frozen tundra of Lambeau Field to take on Jordan Love and the Packers. Green Bay comes into this as a 3-point favorite. For the Texans, these are one of these games that if you want to be a contender, you really would like to win. You're going up against a playoff-ish caliber type of team on the road. You got to be happy that you're not doing it in late December. You're doing it in late October when the weather should be pretty nice. I'll take the Texans here. Give me Houston plus the 3 to win because fuck Green Bay. You've got the Dolphins traveling to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. I'll take the Colts minus 3 in this one, and probably would take it by even more if Flacco is the starter. A big NFC North matchup, though, in a division that is shaping up to be a meat grinder this year. You've got the Lions traveling to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. And for all intents and purposes, this ought to be a really good one. Now, the Lions coming off of their big win last week in Dallas over the Cowboys, but one of those really costly wins as their franchise piece on defense, Aiden Hutchinson, is out for the year with that horrible leg injury. Meanwhile, the Vikings come in, got to be feeling good about themselves. Sam Darnold having a career resurgence, Kevin O'Connell an early Coach of the Year candidate, and therefore Minnesota is favored by 1.5. I will take Detroit plus the 1.5 here. I do think that they're a better overall team even with the loss of Hutchinson, and I think Goff is still a better quarterback than Darnold. So yeah, give me Detroit plus the 1.5. And then the last of the 1 o'clock Sunday matchups, you've got the Eagles traveling to New York to take on the Giants. This feels like a Sirianni special where you go into play the Giants and lose this game because they did not look good. And for most of the season, frankly, the Eagles haven't looked good. You could argue that their week one matchup in Brazil against the Packers is by far the best they've looked this year, and even then it wasn't so great, right? The Eagles are favored by 3 here. Would be big for the Giants if they could find a way to win this one, but I just don't see it happening, so give me Philadelphia minus a 3. Switching over to the late Sunday afternoon action, you've got the Raiders traveling to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. The Raiders having just traded away Devontae Adams to the New York Jets. For the Rams, not exactly the start that they may have wanted here, but hopefully over the next few weeks they get some key pieces back in the fold. Glad I'm not in a market where I need to watch this one. I'll also be golfing, trying to squeeze in 36 on Sunday since the Bears are on a bye. Fuck all these other games. Give me the Rams. I can't believe they're favored by 7. So give me the Rams to win and give me the Raiders to cover the 7-point spread. You've got the Panthers traveling to Washington to take on the Commanders. Commanders fans, the Washington organization, certainly very happy with what they've seen out of Jane Daniels so far, and Carolina Panthers want to keep pounding those bottles of alcohol and those drugs to make them forget that this team traded up big last year for Bryce Young. Commanders are 9.5-point favorites. I'll take Washington to win, and for some reason maybe a backdoor cover. I'll take Carolina plus the 9.5. Your kind of big marquee late Sunday afternoon matchup, though, of course, is going to be Super Bowl rematch. The Chiefs traveling to Santa Clara to take on the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers 1.5-point favorites here. Again, 49ers getting a number of their pieces back over the past couple of weeks, but their defense hasn't been quite the same. But you could also say the Chiefs' offense hasn't exactly been quite the same. Hasn't been great. This would be a really big one for the 49ers if they could find a way to pull this off. Get some revenge and use this as potentially a springboard. Say you beat an undefeated two-time defending Super Bowl champ. I'll take the Chiefs to win, though, plus the 1.5. Your Sunday night matchup, you've got the Jets with newly acquired Devontae Adams traveling to Pittsburgh to take on allegedly, Russell Wilson and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And look, I think I'm pretty clear on Justin Fields is not that dude. However, you've got him. He started for you the first 6 games. You should also know by this point that Russell Wilson is not that dude. What do you think Russ is going to do that a Justin Fields wouldn't at this point? Is there really that much of a difference that you need to bother going with the change? Whatever, I guess. But Mike Tomlin's apparently, allegedly, supposedly making the switch. We'll see how that plays out. I like the Jets coming into this one with some momentum, even though that Steelers defense is worth being worried about. Give me the Jets to win minus a 1.5. And then did I see right? We've got a doubleheader on Monday night, and like both games are on ESPN and whatever. And then one starts at 8 and the other one starts at 9. Like start them at 6 and 9. Like is it that hard? Start them at 7 and 10 if you must, but 8 and 9, like they're overlapping. You're robbing yourself of your audience. That's just stupid, fucking stupid. But your first Monday night matchup, you got the Ravens traveling to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers, which should shape up to be a good one. I will take the Ravens minus the 3.5. And then you've got the Chargers, Jim Harbaugh and crew, Justin Herbert and crew, traveling to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. I will take the Chargers minus the 2. So those are my picks for Week 7. Hopefully they'll be somewhat close to what we had in Week 6.